the TOOINS X2.
Hello everyone, welcome to Brian Unboxed. In this video, we're going to look at the OOINS X2 electric scooter.
This is how the scooter comes in when it's delivered. It's packaged very well with a lot of foam and plastic protecting it. There's minimal assembly required and you can be up and running in no time. Inside you get the user manual, tool, and charger. So here's the scooter fully assembled. Basically the assembly process is fairly quick. Out of the box, the handlebar is not installed, so you'll just have to remove these 4 bolts and then install the handlebars. And then once that's installed, you can unfold the stem and put it in the lock position here with the locking mechanism. Briefly going over some specs, this has an aluminum alloy frame, dual 1000 watt motors, 48 volt 21 amp hour battery, 31 mile range, 37 mile per hour top speed, 3 riding modes, large LCD display, app integration, 10-inch off-road tires, front and rear hydraulic disc brakes, front and rear headlights and turn signals, front and rear suspensions, and it has a max load of 331 pounds. I walked through around the scooter. You can see that the front you have the folding lever, you also have a front light, you have a front fender, you have the 10-inch tires, front suspension, and then you have a 1000 watt motor in the front. Looking at the deck, it's nice and wide. You also have lights on the bottom for the turn signal. You have the kickstand, and then the rear, you have the rear suspensions, and then you have the rear motor. And then taking a look at the other side, you can see the hydraulic disc brakes. You also have the rear brake light, and again you have the lights along the deck. You have the charging port, and on the other side here you can see the hydraulic brakes in the front. Looking at the handlebar area, you have a buckle here that will connect to the bottom to lock it into place when it's in the folded position. You have the controls on the left side here. You have the front brake levers, the left and then the right, and then you also have a thumb throttle, and then you have this nice big display. So powering up the scooter, just press the power button here on the left side. You can see it powers up fairly quickly. So you have your different modes here. You have the speedometer and then the odometer along with your battery level, and then here you have the drive mode. You can switch from single to dual motor. So pressing the plus button will switch the eco, drive, and sport modes, and then pressing minus will toggle it down. Pressing the power button once will cycle through the trip and odometer, and then double pressing the power button. Right now you can see that the rear motor is highlighted, so double pressing the power button, it switches to the front motor. Double pressing again, now you're in the dual motor. And then this has the front lights and turn signals, so I'll press that for the front light, and then I'll just turn on the left side just to demonstrate here. So you can see you have a nice bright front light, and then on the bottom you have the lights on each side for the turn signal, and you also have the brake light. And then this is how the electronic horn sounds like. So this also has app integration, so a lot of the functions you can control with the manual, you can access it via the app. So once connected, you can see you have your speedometer right on the top. You can disconnect and connect your Bluetooth, unlock the bike, turn the lights on and off, the sport mode, eco mode, and then the slow mode or the drive mode D, and then you can turn the cruise control on and off. And then you can go into more settings here with the lighting, your units of measurement, password, the boot mode if you want zero start or the kickstart, and you can also update the firmware. Different modes here. I have the scooter on a stand, so right now it's on Eco. Let's see how fast Eco goes. So it's showing 15 miles per hour on Eco mode. Moving on to the next mode, the D or the drive mode. Okay, that's showing 25 miles per hour. And then finally the sport mode. 37 miles per hour.
All right, so just to get a perspective, you know, I'm about 5'10", so this is how the scooter is height-wise. Folding and unfolding is fairly simple. There is some weight to the scooter, so you want to first lift here on the folding lever and then pull down, and that will allow you to bring the stem down. And then you got this metal piece here that will hook into the back. So now it's locked into place and you're ready to transport. Unfolding is a reverse operation. Just get that metal piece out from the hook there in the back, bring the stem up, and then lock the lever into place, make sure it clicks, and you're all set. So as mentioned earlier, this has a front and rear suspensions. So you can see there's really some good absorption with the shocks here. You can see it flex and go into work. So it should do pretty well when it comes to rough surfaces, in my opinion.
Now I'll show the scooter in use. I'll test it out on rough terrain, show the different speed modes, test the brakes, see how it does uphill, downhill, then give my thoughts.
Now on to the rough terrain test. I'm going to take the scooter down this trail. It's pretty bumpy and we have gravel on the side. The scooter does have the front suspension and rear suspensions, so I have no doubt this will do well down this rough terrain. All right, here we go, rough terrain test. Right now I have it on the single motor mode, and it's on the mode D. All right, it's doing very well here, absorbing the bumps, no problems at all. Onto the gravel. Doing it with ease. Some more gravel here. Now we're going to do a little bit of a speed test. We saw that with the earlier test when I had it lifted. We saw what it did on the Eco, on the D, and then on the Sport mode. So we'll do single motor. We'll start off with single motor and we'll put it on Eco. All right, let's see how fast this goes. Okay, nice smooth acceleration. And we're up to 15 miles per hour on Eco with the single motor. Now I'm going to put it on the dual motor mode. Again, to toggle that, just press the power button twice and you'll see the icon light up with the rear and the front. So this is Eco with dual motor. All right, so definitely a lot more torque there with the dual motor, and it gets us to speed about 15 miles per hour. So with the Eco, 15 miles per hour. Okay, now I'm going to put it into mode D and leave it in the dual motor. So basically the difference with the single and dual, you're going to get more torque with the dual motor, and it will just bring you up to speed a lot faster. So we'll put in the dual motor with mode D. Here we go. All right, a little bit of a tire spin there in the front. And we're 23, 24, 25. So 25 miles per hour on mode D, and this is on the dual motor. Now onto the sport mode. We'll leave it at dual motor. Let's see how fast it can go. I'll probably have to slow it down if it gets a little too fast, but let's see what sport mode does. All right, some tire spin there. 20, 25, 30, 32, 33. So I'm topping off at 33 miles per hour on sport mode. Again, very fast with that acceleration, a lot of torque. Now for the brake test. I'm gonna take it up to about 25 miles per hour, and then when I come into view, I'm gonna hit the brakes, and then you can use the parking lines for reference. Onto the uphill test, we're gonna leave it in mode D. So we saw that in mode D, it topped off at 25 miles per hour. And let's see if it can maintain that speed here or if we lose speed. And then after that, we'll do the downhill test. All right, here we go, uphill test. Again, very fast acceleration, the motor is quiet. We're at 24, 25. So beginning the climb here at 25. Let's see if it maintains that. All right, we're down to 24, but maintaining 25. So plenty of power. It's just handling this with no issues. 25 miles per hour as we go uphill. A little bit of a downhill into this turn, so I'm just gonna let it glide. So with the uphill test, we started the climb at 25 miles per hour and it maintained that. It had no problems at all and just powered through. So now let's see what it does in the downhill test and let's see how it handles. As always, I'll probably have to slow it down at that midpoint and then we'll proceed from there. All right, here we go. Again, this is on mode D and it's on dual motor. A lot of torque there. You know, the front wheels spin. All right, 22, 25. So tops off at 25. Just gonna let it glide here. Slowing it down. There's no rattles, no vibration. Steering is very responsive and very quiet, as you can hear here. So 25 miles per hour. Just gets up to speed with no problems. Very smooth. And then you can feel the suspension's going to work as well, so it's very responsive.
Here are my thoughts on the scooter. There's basically nothing to the assembly process. You can be up and running in no time. It was packaged well and there were no damages during the shipping process. It feels very solid and well built, and it has some weight to it. It's easy to fold in a few seconds, so it makes transporting and storing very easy. The deck is a good length and width. I was comfortable standing and my feet had adequate space. The handlebars are a good length as well and easy to access the controls. I didn't have to lean forward. The steering felt stable and there were no rattles or vibrations. It had plenty of power with its dual 1000 watt motors as I tested it uphill. It was able to conquer the incline with no issues. Rough surfaces was not a problem. The dual front and rear suspensions absorbed the bumps and the 10-inch tires had plenty of traction. In the speed test, I hit 33 miles per hour. This has an advertised top speed of 37 miles per hour and a range of up to 31 miles. But that will depend on the speed mode, your weight, and environment that you're in. You also can select from 3 modes depending on how fast you want to go. The brakes were extremely strong and they grabbed on quick. It came to a full stop at a very short distance. Too strong at times when you apply them, so you have to be a bit aware. I like the display. It's large and easy to read, and it doesn't get washed out on sunny days. The front lights, turn signals, and rear light are nice to have, as it boosts your visibility in the evenings. App integration is also a plus, as you can access all the settings and modify them within the app. Overall, the scooter performed well, especially for this price point. You get a lot of value with its powerful dual motors, solid build, and dual suspensions. It has plenty of speed and range as well. This is something to check out if you're in the market for a dual motor performance e-scooter, as it's budget friendly. So that is my review of the TOOINS X2 electric scooter. If you like my video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, this is Brian Unboxed. Take care, everyone.